Hello, this is me, Pona5012, and I was browsing through my YouTube comments, and somebody asked me how they could get Superloot in Dungeon Defenders. And I was actually kind of confused because Superloot mainly is a PC term. So I actually looked it up, and what I got from the Dungeon Defenders wiki is that Superloot in PS3, it actually has quotations around it too. It's kind of funny. It's considered armor with 50 or more upgrades. So, what I find funny about that is that I have a piece of armor that has 100 upgrades, and this piece of crap right here would be considered super loot. As you can see, it is very good and very super. And it's definitely something that I would want to use for my tower characters, and more importantly, my DPS, as you can see the high hero health. So, this is considered a piece of super loot, and I'm just making fun of the definition of super loot for PS3. So, yeah, I just found that a little funny. But also, what is kind of annoying is that when I looked at this, I thought of how PC has super loot, and Dungeon Defenders doesn't really have super loot because the definition for super loot is just like 50 or more upgrades. But super loot on PC will have significantly higher stats and really high upgrades for like low level characters. It's kind of like a level 74 having a piece of level 60 armor. Right now, the highest piece of level 74 armor I've seen has has up to 38 upgrade levels. So there isn't really super loot in Dungeon Defenders PS3. And Dungeon Defenders PS3 is kind of low compared to Dungeon Defenders PC. Like all we have is the four characters, and we have Insane Plus, but we don't have Nightmare. The only time we could experience Nightmare is when you go to the Crystalline Dimension, and that is just not fun because you don't have Summoner and Tower buff beams and reflection walls, or whatever they're called. So, yeah, Super Loot is not a thing in Dungeon Defenders PS3. It it is it had quotation marks around it on the wiki as pretty much armor that has 50 more upgrades. But to me, that's not really super loot because that's just level 78 armor. So no, there isn't really a thing as super loot, or else this would be considered super loot. As you can see, that would be really terrifying if this is super loot because this is worth 119 mana. It's that bad. So yeah, I'll say again, super loot is not really considered a thing in PS3. And yeah, so I'll see you all later. See ya.